Okay, good morning. Bright and early on a Sunday morning, we are going to play the connections puzzle. And then, as you can see, we're going to play our other favorites, our mini crossword. We're going to play the Wordle. And we're going to play Strands. And then one of my favorite ones, Letterboxd. I hope you stick around for the end, Letterboxd. It's a great puzzle. So, you know what? I was going to talk about, how I'm running for the America's Favorite Teacher. But, let's just dive into the puzzles today. Let's just play. All right. We're creating 4 groups of 4. I'm laughing a little bit because right before I went live, I was about to hit the live button and I did a sneeze. Now, I'm not just a sneezer. I'm I do the dad sneeze, the wake up the whole neighborhood kind of sneeze. And it was so funny because I'm checking my audio levels and then here I let out this just enormous sneeze and it just... It was very funny. All right, let's see. Win, shoe, shake, west, vibrate, lose, ham, draw, heart, airplane, tungsten, dodge, do not disturb, watt, escape, and ring. Wow, these are all over the place. These are all over the place. Let's see. You might put your phone to silent and vibrate. You might put your phone to airplane mode. You might put your phone to do not disturb. Or just ring. Maybe just ring. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cell phone modes. I see another win, lose, and draw. But what's the 4th one? Win, lose, or draw. I think it was an old game show called Win, Lose, or Draw. Or a family game night game called Win, Lose, or Draw. A shoe is your shoes, or a deck of cards. It comes in a shoe. Tungsten is a filament for a light bulb. Ham. What does ham have to do with anything here? Shake, rattle, and roll. Milkshake. To escape. Oh, maybe win, lose, draw, escape? No, not even close. Okay. Not even close. Hey, let's see. Jake and Lewis. Let's see. Yeah, Jake. Good morning. Good morning. All right, if you see any that are standing out to you, this one's... sometimes the connections puzzle just speaks to me. And then today, some days it's like, what are you talking about? If you've done the puzzle, don't just spoon feed me the answer. But if you're like, oh, what if it's this? What if it's this? Now, a watt is a unit of measurement of electricity. How many watts of power? West, dodge, shaking in my boots, shoe, shoehorn, ham. Even the green one. I've got the yellow one, but the green one. Here, let's hit shuffle. We'll see it with a new set of eyes. Dodge. Lose. Escape. You might dodge something. You might escape something. West, ham, draw, shake. Oh, shake. We shook the police. To dodge. To win. Watt, heart, and shoe, and tungsten. Oh, we lost the police. Yeah, okay, to evade. To dodge. Ham, spiral ham, hamburger, ham and eggs. Drawing, drawer. Draw the curtains. Draw cards. This one's got me. This one's totally got me. West. When the West was won. Win. Win a game. Win overnight. Win. Like Adam West. What does tungsten have to do with anything? Tungsten is like a yellow light. Watt. Any ideas, you guys? Shout them out if you think you've figured something out. If you've already done the puzzle, don't give it away. But if you're just wanting to productively struggle with me, chime in the chat. I'd love to hear your ideas because I am like stumped, absolutely stumped on this one. Shoehorn, ham horn. No, there's no ham horn. Heart of palm, heartbeat. No, I'm trying to think through watts, right? There's like amps, volts, and watts. We can still guess some, but I don't want to waste my guesses just throwing out answers because then you're for sure going to get it wrong. Oh man, any ideas, you guys? Shout it out in the comments if you're thinking with me here. I am at an absolute loss. Tungsten is lighting, or tungsten is a metal. It's like the filament inside a. I keep thinking, it's just me as a photographer. I keep thinking of like tungsten white balance for indoor lighting. But that's probably totally off, you know. Tungsten is it like a rare earth metal or let's shuffle again. If the shoe fits, wear it. Shoe of cards. Draw cards. There's a heart on a card. Oh, it is one away, though. Oh. Oh. Okay. Tungsten is an element. Oh, the chemical symbol is W? Is it really? Is it really? Things indicating a W. I wonder what W might stand for. Wow. Hey, way to pull that one out. Holy smokes. Jay Asler, thank you for that. I needed help. Tungsten on the periodic table is a W. I wonder what that stands for. That's so interesting. Okay, shoe, ham, heart, and draw. What on earth do those have to do with each other? I would not have gotten that. All strings. Shoestring, heartstring, hamstring, and drawstring. Good heavens. I would not have gotten that. Thanks for pointing that out. So again, if you've done the puzzles already, you can kind of just watch me, figure this out. But if you're trying to do the puzzle with me, I love when people do the puzzles with me. It's super fun to kind of productively struggle together. So that awesome, straight on. I love that one. Tungsten symbol is W. This is like you have to kind of work through the answers, So thank you for that. That was good. Okay. All right. I love the mini crossword. It's so doable. It's only usually a 5x5. Yesterday, it was a 7x7. It was huge. It was a great big puzzle. While I've got you here, before we start it, can I just tell you, I am in the running to become America's favorite teacher. I would love your vote. It's a big, long process, right? It's not just one single vote. You can vote once a day, and the whole round. There's a countdown on like the page. Let me go to it. I'm currently first in my group, and there's a countdown. Looks like there's only 4 days, but actually that's just like the first part of round one, where they cut it from like thousands of teachers down to just 20 per group. Which is still hundreds of teachers because there's many groups, but and then a week later they cut it down to the top 15 and they draw it out, right? Really, the main group, I actually have it right here if you want to see it. The main groupings, the end of the first kind of main group where they like whittle everybody out just to one advancing winner per group. That happens at the end of March, right? So like April 3rd or so. They announce who goes on, and currently I am in the standing of being number one, which is awesome, and I have been number one for a couple days now, actually, which is awesome. I've been on top of the list, so that's pretty remarkable, pretty awesome. Yeah. So then after that, there we go. I lost my connection, so sorry if I lost you for a minute. Wolfram. Oh yeah, I've actually heard that name, Wolfram. That's awesome. Thanks for that. I needed some guidance. Yeah. So anyway, I'm in the running for America's favorite teacher. You can vote once a day. If you just go to either the link in the pinned comment or the link in the description. I know if you're watching it live, you can't click it, but if you're watching the replay, then you can click it, or it's in my channel. You just click on my channel, and then the top link right there sends you to the voting. You have to be, if you vote, you have to be in the U.S. and you have to have a Facebook account, which I know some people are like, what, Facebook? Am I 90 years old? No. It's funny when I tell my kids about it in my class, they're like, we don't have Facebook. Like the new generation doesn't do Facebook. It's so funny, but I'm sending it out to lots of people that do also do Facebook. So it's really funny. I would love for you to vote for me. If I win, then I get $25,000 to do whatever I want with, a trip to Hawaii, which sounds amazing, and Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yes, that Bill Nye comes and does an assembly at the end of the school year, probably to announce it and to just be Bill Nye the Science Guy in person. How cool would that be? Anyway, it would be pretty remarkable. So we're just in the first round, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And slow and steady wins the race. I know that when you do vote, there's a place where you can donate. Please don't do the donating votes, like a pay to win kind of thing. Just do the free vote. Here, in fact, let's do it together right here. Yep, that's me. And we are submitting my vote. Cool. There it is. It's just that easy. I've been voting for myself. There was one day, it was like the second day or the third day, that I did not vote for myself. I voted for one of the other people in my group just to support, just to throw my hat in the ring and say, hey, I appreciate everybody here. But it would mean a lot if we if we made it pretty far, right? You guys are my people. You're bossy, so I don't know that one. We'll have to come get it with like the up and down arrows. Makeup for the cheeks. That is maybe blush. Well, shucks. Like, darn. Darn is only 4 letters, though. Well, we'll come back to it. Serious devotee. Like a disciple, a lover. Maybe. Appropriate rhyme for stressed students. Stressed. See, it's in quotation marks, which makes me think that it's like a gimmick answer. We'll come back to it. Unfortunate status for an email you meant to send last week. Maybe it's not. Maybe I got all of these wrong because... Whoa, don't do that. Unfortunate status for an email you meant to send last week. Wouldn't that be like expired or unsent? Or, draft? Maybe it's draft. Unfortunate status for an email you meant to send last week. A draft. Gadzooks, that hurt. Like, ouch. But that's, again, another 4-letter word. Winter Olympic sled. There's the bobsled. The skeleton. The luge. Is that spelled right? I don't know if that's spelled right. A writer's representative, maybe their agent. Have to have, maybe need. Makeup for the cheeks. Oh, that's not spelled correctly. No way. Rouge, that's correct. But then luge, this one must be spelled not correctly. I know it, I feel like it ends in an E. Let's come back to some of these other ones. Oh, my mouse is all over the place. Well, shucks. Aw, gee. Serious devotee. I keep feeling like that's friend, but friend is too long a word. Like a follower. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. I forgot that was the title of the the movie, A Complete Unknown, right? Bob Dylan. It's the Bob Dylan movie. My dad saw it. I haven't been to a movie theater in months. It's been months. Because nothing really struck me, but he said that A Complete Unknown, that Bob Dylan, he was fantastic in the kind of biopic of Bob Dylan. That's great. Let's see. Appropriate rhyme for stressed students. I'm not getting that one. Maybe Youch? No. Yowie? I don't know. Oh, here. This makes sense. Okay, now we got it. Okay. That's the one. Okay, it made sense. Once we mixed around some letters, here we go. That made a lot more sense. Okay, if Dad, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I didn't watch the movie, but I hope you did. No, so you know what's funny? Sometimes I'll check my phone because I hear my phone buzz, and then if it's my mom, she's probably like shouting an answer to me. It's funny, whatever. But I live in fear that people are just screaming answers at me and I'm not listening or something. Role for Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown. That is Bob Dylan, right? I do want to see that movie. I really do. Makeup for the cheeks, rouge. I had a hard time spelling that one. Rouge. R-O-U-G-E. I believe it's French, right? French for red. Well, shucks. Aw, gee. That was a famous line in the Annie play. Aw, gee. She's trying to... Wasn't it Annie that's trying to get Daddy Warbucks to take her to a movie? She goes, aw, gee. A serious devotee, a fiend? I don't know if that's the right answer there. A fiend. Fiend has a negative connotation to it. A devotee is like a positive, like a worshiper or something. Appropriate rhyme for stressed for students. Appropriate rhyme for stressed for students. It rhymes with stressed, and it's test. Unfortunate status for an email you meant to send last week. Draft. Oh, that feels terrible when you're trying to... Why didn't you see that email? Well, it's in your inbox, right? It's in your drafts. God, zooks, that hurt. Yowie. Winter Olympics sleds, so it has an S on the end, so I added an S there, which... Did you see what it was before? It was teat. That's not correct. Test. Luges. It's a funny word to make plural, isn't it? I don't think I've ever needed to pluralize that word. Luges. Writer's representative, their agent. Have to have. Need. All right. Very good. And if, again, same as the other one, if you have done the Wordle, please keep it to yourself. I am going to productively struggle for this one. If you want to just scream the answer to me, that's fine. I've covered the chat because I don't. I usually like to just figure this one out for myself. But you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I just won't be looking at it during the Wordle. During the other ones, that's totally fine, the strands and stuff. But specifically for the Wordle, I love to kind of productively struggle through that. How about... the last couple times I've been getting the A and the E at the beginning. I wonder if I should... I'm just thinking, like, maybe I should knock out the O and the U this time. Okay, just the T. Just the T. How about... So my strategy, some of you guys have watched before, but my strategy is to come up with a non-intersecting word. I never get it on the second because I'm always trying to come up with another word that doesn't use any of those first words, right? So mount, and then flare. Flare doesn't use any of those top letters. So then, how about, is that a word? Pecky? Oh, it is a word. Great. Nice. Oh my gosh, another word with a Y at the end? Huh, that's suspicious. How come they keep doing these words with Y at the end? Okay, and then after that third non-intersecting word, I usually have enough letters between the ones that are on the board and the ones that have not been guessed yet that I'm able to sort of parse out what's left, So most of the time I get it on the fourth. It's a good strategy. It works. So like, what if it was T at the beginning and then E and then I is not there, so it would have to go here. And then something else. I keep typing the wrong letter. So I'm having a hard time making a word. E-I, T-E-I. That doesn't seem right. So maybe it's the I at the beginning then. I-E. Ooh. Or maybe it's something completely different. Oh, here's one. Deity. Right? E is there. I needs to change. T can't go there. Let's try it. Nice. Awesome. Deity. Deity is a type of, God's, just kind of like a generic name for a god. It's called deity. And as you can see, my strategy works very well. Most of the time I get it on the fourth, which is better than getting it on the seventh, right? You don't want to miss out. So we did very well on that one. So we started with my strategy, which is just to come up with a word and sort of deal with the consequences, which today was mount. And I specifically did one that has I feel like most of the time I come up with a letter that has an A and an E at the first. And today I just wanted to do like an O and a U. So I came up with mount. And mount helped because it had the T. And then I come up with a non-intersecting word, meaning a word that doesn't use any of those first five letters. And that was flare, which gave us the I. And then I tried with the remaining letters. I'm thinking up, what could I say here? And I said pecky, which, sure, that works. It's a word. And that gave us the E and the Y. Lucky us. And then I'm rearranging letters. I'm thinking, okay, I-E, something, something, probably not. T-E, maybe, but I was, where does the I go? And then I came up with blank E-I-T-Y. I mean, that's the only other place for both of those letters. So, there's not really any other combination there that makes sense. So I said deity, and that was it. Hey, while I've got you here, I am running for America's Favorite Teacher. I am in the running, and I would love your support. I would love your vote. And you can vote once a day, every 24 hours. It's a long process. This is just round one. But in the process, if you vote for me once a day, you have to verify a Facebook account. You have to be in the U.S. It's America's Favorite Teacher. But as you are going through, click that link in the pinned comment or the description or on my channel page. It's on different places. It's on my social media. It's all over the place. But vote for me once a day. Set a reminder for yourself every 24 hours to put it out there. I think it resets every morning because I voted like in the middle of the day yesterday, and today, this morning, I was able to vote fairly early in the morning. So maybe it's not exactly 24 hours. I'm not quite sure. Currently, I'm in the running. I have here. Let's go back to my. Let's just go back to my main page here. I am in first, and I've stayed in first for the entire weekend so far. And I told my people on Facebook that if I can stay on top throughout the entire weekend, then I will change my photo to like a throwback photo. I have a couple of great old photos from when I was in high school. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we put that out there. That'll be pretty funny. But I told him I want to stay in first the entire weekend, and so far it's happening. So it's pretty cool. Oh gosh. Anyway, if I win, I get $25,000 to do whatever I want with. I will likely buy a new car because my vehicle is not super reliable for my family. So I'll probably buy one of the a new car, like a gosh, like a nice new Toyota Highlander or something. A trip to Hawaii, which would be insanely cool. But most importantly, money aside, trip aside, if I win, then Bill Nye the Science Guy comes to my school and does an assembly at the end of the year, which just sounds incredible. That sounds insane. And so we are hopefully, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We are just in like the first round. This is the full, you can take a screenshot of this if you want. But this is my kind of layout of this is straight from their rules. What it looks like, and every after kind of the main bulk of people are out, and then there's just the quarterfinals, the semifinals, they reset the votes every time. But in these top couple of rounds, they don't reset the votes, and so we're just in this main giant group, and it would be awesome to just pile up votes. So by the time we get to the group finals, we've got tons of votes, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Doing it that way. So there is like a pay to win, like donate. Please don't do that. I would rather not do that. Just slow and steady wins the race. One single vote every day. You guys saw me live on air. I voted right there. It's just that easy. You have to verify your Facebook account, and then you're live. So, so bookmark that page so you remember to come back to it every morning. And like I said, it would mean a lot. It would be really fun, really super cool. So, all right, let's get back to it. We're playing the Strands. Thanks for sticking around on this beautiful Sunday morning. I took the dog out this morning. I told you we're fostering a dog. Sweet dog. We got so lucky to have this dog. My kids love him. My wife loves him too. My wife is mildly allergic to him, so we probably won't keep him for as long. But he's just the sweetest dog. And his name, the week we got him, the name that we picked for him. You're allowed to pick a name for a dog straight out of the shelter. And his name that very week that we named him, 5 days later, his name was the answer to the Wordle. His name is Sunny, which is just really cool. It's like this divine intervention thing. From deity. There you go. From deity. All right. Today's theme, getting closure. Now, in the Wordle or in the Strands, sometimes that theme is a little nuanced, right? They're making a joke or it's a stretch kind of answer. So the theme, getting closure. Maybe this has to do with, I don't know, stores that are closing soon or recently have all gone out of business. You know what I mean? Closure as in like things that close. Things that happen at a word there. Shout them out. I like starting in corners. Zipper. Oh, and a zipper has closure. You can close. Okay, so what else? Here's one. Button. 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 Yep. Snap. These are different parts of closure. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. I just mentioned things that are going out of business, right? And I just went through an entire section of zippers at Joann's. I don't know if you know this, but Joann's is going out of business right now. And we went last night. We also went a couple days before too, to just kind of scope it out and see what's there, see what's left. Everything in the store is like, first it was 20% off, and then they're going to mark it down lower and lower and lower. They're not quite sure when they're going out of business. I talked to the guy at the front counter, and it's this like mismanagement of funds from their financer. It's this, oh my gosh, I feel terrible for him because you hear these people on the front lines that are out of a job sometime soon. They don't know when, but sometime soon they're going to be out of a job. And it just breaks my heart, right? This like multi-billion-dollar company, Joann's, that usually does really well, and it's a you get all your fabric cuts there and everything. If you need, my daughter found just the perfect what was it? It was like the bolt of fabric. Oh, denim. This bolt of denim that was like patchwork. It was the coolest looking thing. And she's going to sew a pair of pants with it. But sadly, like, I don't know. It's so weird to think. Like, Joann's is going out of business. What? It's like such a great place to be in person. But while we were there just last night, we saw buttons. We saw snaps. We saw zippers. Maybe like a buckle. Buckle, yeah. Okay, what else does closure on clothing? Oh, I see this bandgram. Here it is. E-N-E-R-S. There it is. Fasteners. Fasteners. Now there are 3 left. We have 5 of 8, which tells me that there are... How about clasp? Whoa. C-L-A-S-P. Clasp. Oh, here's a great one. Velcro. Velcro is one of those words that is so ubiquitous. You use it all the time that it's technically a brand name, just like tissue. Or no, not tissue. Kleenex, right? Or Band-Aid. Velcro is a brand name. But it's so like ubiquitous that use it for everything. If you look for Velcro on Amazon, it will come up as hook and loop fastener because they can't use the word Velcro. That's a brand name. Magnet. There we go. Getting closure. Closure. This is different ways to close things. That's so clever. Clasp, button, snap, zipper, Velcro, buckle, and magnet, fasteners. This is neither here nor there, but thinking of the word magnet made me think of this. There are actually 2 words in Portuguese for magnet. So one is to say that something is magnetic, and then the other is the word magnet. And I actually looked it up because I was so fascinated by it. Something that is magnetic is magnetico, but a magnet, like the actual like iron magnetic plate thing, is called an imã. An imã is it's actually Arabic. Well, I mean, like, it's their interpretation of an Arabic word. There's tons. It's so interesting. There's actually tons of influence of like, not necessarily like Islamic architecture and stuff, but definitely the Arabic influence on Portuguese. There's a whole bunch of words, including imã, which is the and which, I mean, you've probably heard that before, like the title Iman, which is like Iman of like a leader. So things that are like a magnate, right? They draw attention or draw people to. That's where the word imã comes from. So magnetic and magnet are actually 2 different words of 2 very different origins coming together in Portuguese. I think I love that kind of etymology, sort of. It's a piece of history, where did words come from, that kind of stuff. All right, we're doing Letterboxd. I love Letterboxd. If you've never done it, we are spanning across this box here to make words. So, for example, I would say like L-O-B, right? Lob. I can't do 2 letters on the same side, one after the other. And so like a I-Z-E, I can't say like monetize. It looks like the word monetize is in there. I-Z-E, I can't do, though. I couldn't do M-O-N either because they're on the same side. So let's familiarize ourselves with the puzzle. We have to do it in 5 words. Typically, that's pretty average. Sometimes you have to do it in 4 words, and that means that there are probably easier letters, or 6, and there are more challenging letters. So to do it in 5, this one might be a little tricky, but we'll see. Z is going to be a little tough. Y might be a little tricky to do. All the other letters look pretty normal. And there are some of those letters that in some puzzles you wish you had, like a T. There's a T, or an E, or an S. I noticed there's no R. That might be a little tricky. Yeah, awesome. So let's do it. Let's do it. I, Z, and E, S, T, and B, A, L, and Y, M, and O, and N. Okay, so letters that go together, I see like S, N, and I can revisit words too if I'm like, well, I don't know about that one. I can, kind of just hit restart and then start all over again if I need to. Oh man, I was gonna do malaise. I'm trying to get rid of the Z. I'm thinking of the Z first thing. I can't do Zephyr. That has a Z and a Y in it. I can't do lazy because LA is on the same side. Oh, this may be trickier than I thought. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'll watch it in the comments. Oh, I just had a zany idea. Because I can go docs, chat. Oh, I can totally put the chat over there. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that before? Why didn't I think of that before? I can just put the chat, boom, right there. I can watch my chat on the same page, and you guys don't even have to worry about it. It doesn't show up on your screen. This is the chat, and it's boom, there it is on my side of the screen. That's incredible. I guess, though, if I go to full screen, though, that's a little silly, right? If I go, like that, then the chat's over here on the side, which is a little goofy. But, all right. So maybe just for those ones that I needed, I'll bring the chat over here so we can work together. So if you come up with anything, let me know. This is going to be a tricky puzzle. I know it. Trying to get rid of the Y and the Z. Zany. That's a word. Zany. Oh, S and T are on the same side. Dang, I was going to say yeast. How about just yays and nays, right? There's no P. I could say simple. Smile. Okay. We have to do it in 5 words. So we have 2 words left. We only have 3 letters left. I bet we'll be able to do it here. Be nice if there was an R, like embryo or ember even. Oh, there's not a U. I could say intubate. Is that with a... ATE words are great. Zany yays smile. Any ideas? I'd love to hear it in the chat. Man, if we just had an R, we could do so many words if there was an R. Entire. Entile, not a word. I'm tempted to drain the swamp and start over again. Well, we could just do simple words, right? I just need 1, 2, 3, 4. So fifth word could be how about just table? That works. Yeah, that works. NB. NB. I haven't heard that word. Is that a real word? NB. Oh, because we haven't got rid of the O yet. Oh, no. I thought it was like, we did it. We did it. Nope. We haven't done it. Okay, these are kind of small words. Zany is good to get rid of the Z and the A and the Y, excuse me. Maybe we should just drain the swamp and start over again. NB. E-N-B-Y. Not a word. I think maybe you might be thinking of envy with a V sound. How about nimble? That's a good word. Nimble. Nimble. Man, again, I'm thinking of words with R in it. I'm thinking of all these words with R in it. Yeah, good thinking, Rachel. If you guys literally, if you keep coming up with words, I'm gonna keep trying to think of them. So help me out if you're thinking of words. Let's see. We're on the E, so the first word links to the second word, you know. E. E-A-S. I mean, there's easy. That's an okay word. Easy. But now we end on the Y, which is a little tricky. Oh, great word. E-N-Z-Y. Oh my gosh. Let's even just get rid of the word easy, because oh my gosh, what a word. Ready for this one? E-N-Z-Y-M-E. Who said that? Yeah, Rachel, what a word. Oh my gosh. You are like, oh my gosh, what a word. Here, watch this. Enzyme. We'll put the S on the end. Enzymes. Wow, thanks for the boost. That helped me a ton. Here I am coming up with like 3-letter words, 4-letter words. No, enzyme. What the heck? Yeah, way to knock that one out of the park. Holy cow. Enzyme, great word. Let's try. We literally just need the O, the A, and the T. Enzyme. What a word. So S. Can't do ST. Trying to come up with another one. Yeah, slot. I was just trying to come up with a word that could knock them all out all at the same time, but maybe I'm going way too hard on that one. Yeah, we could just do slot. That's fine. Yeah. Good call, Morgan. I like that. And then T, I mean, this could be anything. T-A-B, let's say. Tab. Sweet. All right, we solved it within 5 words as they asked. In fact, we were 1 under par thanks to a couple of just stellar words. Look at this. Nimble, enzymes. What a just great word, enzymes. That got rid of the Z and the Y at the same time. Slot and tab. So good. You guys are such brains. Thank you. My goodness. Hey, while I've got you here, we're going to recap all of our puzzles today, but while I've got you here, I just want to remind you periodically that I am running for America's Favorite Teacher. I'm not just in the running, but in my group, I am currently first in my group. Now, they split us into many, many, many groups, and then at the end of March, they pick one winner from each group and then combine everyone together. And so if you would, you can just, there's a link in the pinned comment. There's a link in the description. You can, yeah, awesome. You play every day. I love that. I play every day too. I absolutely love it. There is also a link if you can't get to either of those, because I know if you're watching live, you can't click links in my channel. You can click my channel and then click the link that's just the top link right there in my channel description there. I have that's the link. Bookmark the link so that just every morning when you come into it, just put your vote in. There is a place at the bottom where you vote, and you can put in a free vote, just one free vote. There are donations. People sometimes donate. I actually don't want you to donate. I think slow and steady wins the race, right? The more and more people that just do single donation or single vote every morning, slow and steady wins the race, right? And so if I win, which would be so cool, I get $25,000. I get a trip to Hawaii, and I get an assembly from Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy comes and does an assembly at my school, which would just be insane. That would be so cool. I mean, even all of the rest of it apart, I think it'd be rad to have Bill Nye the Science Guy come. So if you would, please, support. That would be cool. All right, just do a really quick recap of today's puzzles because we did awesome on them. Cell phone modes, airplane mode, do not disturb, ring and vibrate mode, evade, to dodge, to escape, to lose, and to shake. We got to shake them. There's a bogey on your tail. What W might stand for, tungsten, watt, west, and win. Great thinking on those. And also thank you, Jay Astier, for that. I was trying to see if that was an I or an L. For letting me know that tungsten, on the periodic table, tungsten is the letter W for wolfram. I completely forgot that on the periodic table, wolfram. I'm not a scientist, but I'm just a tinker. I teach photography at the high school level. So tungsten, when I think of tungsten, I think of the filament inside a light bulb, which burns very yellow, and you have to compensate for that in the camera by setting the white balance setting. That was, I don't know, I'm a total nerd. Why do I go to those things? It doesn't make any sense. So tungsten, watt, west, and win for the letter W. And then this one was just tricky, right? Blank string, drawstring, hamstring, heartstring, and shoestring. You guys are pulling at my heartstrings this morning. All right, so my My dad would be proud that I got this one. Maybe, Dad, if you're watching, I figured it out. Role for Timothée Chalamet in A Complete Unknown. I forgot that was the title of the movie. Bob Dylan, right? Did a great job playing as Bob Dylan. Makeup for the cheeks, rouge. And let's see. Well, shucks. Aw, gee. Famously spoken by Annie. Aw, gee. Daddy Warbucks. Serious devotee, a fiend. I don't know if I love that clue. Serious devotee has like a positive connotation to it, and then fiend has this negative connotation to it. Appropriate rhyme for stressed students. Stressed test. Unfortunate status for an email you meant to send last week. Draft. Oh, I forgot to send that email. Gadzooks, that hurt. Yowie. Winter Olympic sleds. Luges. It's a funny word to pluralize, isn't it? Luges. Writer's representative. Their agent. Have to have. Need. I need that. Cool. All right, and then the Wordle. We came at it in a great way today. I wanted to come up with a word. I find when I come up with my first word, I don't have a certain strategy word, right? Some people are like, oh, you have to do this, and then this, and then this, and then it gives you the answers. I love the challenge of just sort of coming up with a word and dealing with it. And so I found myself, usually that first word has an A and an E in it, and then I'm stuck with a U or an O. So today I came up with mount just to get up the O and the U, and that did not help, but the T helped. And then my second guess is to come up with a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first couple of letters, those first 5 letters in the first word, which I came up with flare. I call that a non-intersecting word from the first one. And then usually a second non-intersecting word, and that's partly the challenge. Sometimes I have to double letters there. But I came up with pecky. That's a funny word, pecky. But then the E was right in the right place, and then the Y. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the last couple of puzzles had a Y at the end, right? Weren't there like fuzzy and... I'm trying to think of another one, but there were a couple, one after the other. I mean, even just a couple weeks ago, Sunny was one of them, which is so funny and very timely, because the week that we started fostering this dog, we named him Sunny, and then that very Sunday, I'll never forget, the answer to the puzzle was Sunny. I was like, what? It was one of those like download moments, you know. I was like, holy cow. Yeah, anyway, so rearranging letters. The T couldn't go at the end. It had to go, the Y had to go at the end. So I tried TE words, and that didn't feel right because the I felt weird putting it there. And then I put the T later on, and the I at the end. The I didn't make any sense at the beginning. IE words. I don't think there's any IE words. And then I tried a different, what if it's EITY? Oh, like piety. Somebody a couple of days ago said piety. They pronounce it piety. Yeah, so piety or piety. But that was not it. It was deity. Yeah, we did great. Okay, Strands was a super fun puzzle today. If you don't play Strands, you're missing out. It's a fun one. It's like a word search, but instead of up, down, left, and right, it sort of snakes around, right? Like this one. The theme today was getting closure. Lots of things that close a piece of clothing or something like that. So getting closure, like a clasp, button, snap, Velcro, magnet, buckle, zipper, and you can see that our spangram there was fasteners. Fasteners. Awesome. And then thank you, Morgan and Rachel, and oh my gosh, so many people are helping with these puzzles. Thank you. So I came up with the word nimble, which ended on the E, and then here we are trying to get rid of the Z and the Y. Those are tricky letters to get rid of. And who was it? Rachel. Rachel came up with just a home run of a word, enzyme. And then just so that I could get to other words, because E and the E at the end, I added an S on the end, enzymes. And then we just needed to get rid of like easy letters, right? The O, the A, the B. And so we split it up into two words there. So slot and tab. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Thanks for your help today. Honestly, that was a ton of fun because we were able to do that. Just as a last kind of send off like this, remind you that I'm in the running, I should say, for America's Favorite Teacher. It's a long process, but if I get your vote once a day, right, you can vote once every day, and if you put your vote in once a day, then you can help me get closer and closer, right? Slow and steady wins the race. I don't want anybody doing the donation thing. I really just, slow and steady wins the race. Get in there and do your daily vote. There's a link in the pinned comment, link in the description, link on my channel page, link in the community post. It's everywhere. You'll see it. Just go to my channel. You'll see it. And vote for me once a day. Maybe set a reminder for yourself. Bookmark the page so you can get to it real easy. But I get more and more votes, and they roll over from one. Here, I'll show you this. They roll over from one round to the next for a little while, and then they take all. I think there's like probably 20 groups, I'm assuming, and then take the top one from each of the groups, and actually there's a wild card. There's like one sweetheart second place winner that also gets thrown back in, which is super lucky for them, whoever it's going to be. And then and you can see, right, they draw it out. It's like reality TV. It's the longest thing ever. But by the group finals, you've got, March, the end of March, early April, and then all through the month of April, we're voting. And then the last vote comes in on May 1st, and the grand prize winner is chosen. But each of those, what I'm pointing out here is, see where it says votes reset. This is each of those times where the first couple, they all roll over one to the next, which is kind of interesting. So my strategy is to get you to vote, because the group finals, they don't reset the votes for each of these kind of weekly drawings, right? Where they knock people out. It's like Survivor or Hunger Games or something. People get knocked out one by one. So I would super appreciate your support for that. So anyway, you guys are great. Thanks for your help today. Thanks for an awesome stream. Enjoy your Sunday, right? Maybe today's your day off. Maybe today is a day to go worship. Today is a day to get something done. I've got a laundry list of things I need to do, and hopefully we can get some things done and feel productive and hopefully relax a little bit, right? That's the weekend's for. So hopefully you get to relax just a little bit. You guys are awesome. Thanks for an amazing stream. Thanks for your help on the puzzles even, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.